Hi, my name is Jacky Yu. I recently went to YourFilmUA in Ukraine. A year ago, I was very certain. I always had answers for everything. For example, why Japan? I want to see cherry blossoms. I want to try the best type of food in the world, and I want to see high-tech technology and stuff like that. But then afterwards, it's like, why go if you already know what you want to see? So I decided to go to Europe, and it's a country to a country I knew nothing about, Ukraine, and it just opened up a different world for me. Well, originally, I had no background in cinematography. Don't get me wrong, I love watching movies. I love going on YouTube and watching short films that people make, music videos, and basically any type of video production. But never would I have imagined that I'll create my own. So when I went through AIESEC abroad to do a cinematography internship, it's like my chance of accumulating what I've learned throughout the years of watching movies and trying to produce my own version of it. And I thought to myself wow, this is really fun. So I'm definitely gonna say cinematography is now a hobby of mine, because I do like video production, I do like video editing. I originally fell in love with the place. I was centered in Kyiv, the capital, which reminded me very much like Times Square in New York. So I really wanted to a film about the place. And halfway through the internship, I went traveling with a bunch of interns to different parts of Ukraine. And one thing they always had was kind of like a bridge, or like a big heart monument, and people would tie locks on it, signifying that their love would last forever, because you can't break the lock. And I just thought to myself oh, why not make a movie about love? So when I got back from traveling to different parts in Ukraine, I searched what's the most romantic spot in Ukraine, and that was the Tunnel of Love. So that's why I decided to go there and make a movie. The greatest accomplishment for me personally was opening up, because especially when you're in another culture, it's really hard for you to just grasp it. The people you meet, the things you do, it's ultimately your decision whether you want to do it or not. And for me, as a New Yorker going to another country, at first I was very closed-minded, but the whole point of traveling in the first place, is to do new things, meet new people. And the minute I got out of that mindset, I started enjoying the experience so much more. I consider myself a global citizen because I enjoy traveling, and I enjoy learning about new cultures and trying new things. There's only so much New York has to offer. I understand that we're a culture blend of a bunch of cultures, but when you actually go abroad to experience that, it's just that one culture. You can't fall back onto your own culture, because you're given this environment where you have to learn about another culture. The reason I think AIESEC does what it does is because they want to make a difference. They want to culturally blend another student from a different country to have a different experience in another country. So, for example, I'm from New York, and I went to Eastern Europe, Ukraine, to learn just about the culture and the different values and ethics is what I got out of it. I suggest they go through AIESEC.